Breaking news, Nigerians. Governor Seyi Makinde of Oyo has been coming under serious attack. And this time around, these guys, they really mean business. Now, the MURIC Islamic group have, held Governor Seyi Makinde of Oyo, stating that he must remove his name, yes, from the rebuilt Central Mosque, which he named after himself, that he has no right to do so. So wetin con dey give Makinde that mind to dey name a whole Central Mosque after his name? He doesn't have that right. So if he knows what is good for him, he should better remove it before the elections. If not, wetin him go see, he no go like am. Guys, let's find out more as we hit the news. But if you're joining us for the first time, you're very much welcome. I sincerely appreciate your presence. Kindly subscribe and please don't forget to give us a thumbs up. Thank you. The Islamic group MURIC attacks Oyo Governor Makinde for naming rebuilt mosques after self. Now, the Muslim rights concerns MURIC has said that the Oyo State Governor Seyi Makinde has no moral right to rename the rebuilt Adogba Central Mosque, which his administration demolished in 2020 after himself. The MURIC executive director, Professor Ishaq Akintola, said this in a statement on Saturday. Now, the group have warned Seyi Makinde to remove his name from the mosque before the next Saturday's governorship election. Now, the statement reads, "Our attention has been drawn to the name of Governor Seyi Makinde of Oyo State, which has attracted a lot of attention, printed on the newly rebuilt Adogba Central Mosque, the Iwo Road, Ibadan. It had better not be, because this is an insult on the corporate dignity of the Muslim community of Oyo State in particular, and the entire Muslims in Nigeria. We strongly demand that Seyi Makinde removes his name from that mosque. It does not belong to him, because this is an attempt to rewrite history. Adogba Central Mosque was built for the Organization of Muslims by the Sudan-based Islamic organization. Now, the mosque was pulled down by Governor Seyi Makinde's administration despite protests by the Muslim community. The demolition was one of the governor's anti-Muslim actions within 6 months of his resumption of office in 2019. And Makinde became known in the Muslim circles as a serial mosque destroyer. He even threatened to pull down the Olere Mosque. Now, he turned the Bodiji Muslim praying ground to a recreation center and also bulldozed the Adogba Central Mosque. To date, we are not aware of a single church that Seyi Makinde demolished. Now, the MURIC warned in November 2019 that Seyi Makinde should leave Muslim mosques alone, but he went ahead with the demolition and he promised to rebuild it. Now, the governor has rebuilt the mosque in another location, but he renamed it after himself. And we are shocked to our marrows. What audacity! In fact, this is the highest desecration of our place of worship, and we cannot allow it, because we cannot worship Seyi Makinde. We will only worship Allah alone. It would have been right if he had not destroyed our mosques, but now we can still ask him, where is our mosques? Because this is highly immoral. His actions also lack strength. Seyi Makinde can only be justified to name the mosque after himself if the money spent on this construction belongs to him personally, and he needs to prove that to us, but he has not. So he used our common patrimony. That money belongs to the taxpayers of Oyo State. It is not Makinde's money. Therefore, he has no moral right to name the mosque after himself. This is a daylight robbery. This is abracadabra. Now, this is like the more you look, the less you see. Sheyi Makinde has robbed Peter to pay Paul. Apart from the immoral angle, the governor has exhibited ulterior motives. Even the timing of the completion of the mosque was calculated to coincide with the 2023 electionary period. Now, Sheyi Makinde has played on the intelligence of Oyo State Muslim community, and this is outrageous. We cannot accept it. Unfortunately, the governor does not know that Muslims are not pleased with his actions. The best advice we give to him at this point is for him to remove his name from the mosque and replace it with the original name of the mosque, which was destroyed. Yes, the Adogba Central Mosque. Now, MURIC is known for dialogue and non-violence. Our motto is dialogue, no violence. Neither do we issue threats or give ultimatum. But the best time for the governor to effect the change is before the gubernatorial elections coming up next Saturday, March 18th, 2023. In order to avoid protests, vote on that day. We say capital no to Sheyi Makinde's Central Mosque. It is a rogue behavior, and our mosque is Adogba Central Mosque, not Engineer Sheyi Makinde. He has no mosque, and we are saying no to Sheyi Makinde's Central Mosque. We need Sheyi Makinde to remove his name and change it back to the original Adogba Central Mosque. Return our mosque now. Guys, this is coming from Professor Ishaq Akintola, you know, the executive director of the Muslim Rights Concerns, the MURIC. In fact, these people are really serious. Now, they have called out for Governor Sheyi Makinde, stating that he has no moral right to place his name and, name a mosque after his own self. He shouldn't. And that act of his, they see it as an outrageous act. So if he knows what is good for him, he should better remove his name, before the next Saturday's governorship elections, to avoid protest votes on that very day. So please, he should try as much as possible to do so. Guys, these people are serious. So my country people, what are your thoughts, concerning this issue? Because they have stated that it was Governor Sheyi Makinde that demolished the mosque in the first place, and he went ahead and rebuilt it in another location, only for him to name the mosque after himself, which they think it is not right. So guys, kindly share your thoughts concerning this in the comment section down below. I'm dropping here, guys. Thank you. Bye for now.